Some ladies move across existence, holding a timeless essence deep inside their core. A quiet awareness that distinguishes them from the hurried society surrounding their steps. One detects this upon encountering such individuals, even if the reason remains elusive at first glance. The aura they project contains a profoundness impossible to gain via studies or adopted from past events. This quality surfaces internally, similar to liquid emerging from a subterranean source, persisting far prior to the present incarnation. An element within their glance tells tales of explorations conducted across internal realms, rarely observed by typical folks. Psychologist Carl Jung discussed spirits bearing compiled insights from shared subconscious realms. Minds which have journeyed across strata of mortal encounters, exceeding limits of one earthly span. Such concepts represent neither speculations nor fanciful ideas. Instead, they form observable traits surfacing organically among specific females. 12 unique indicators displaying naturally minus deliberate attempts or aims. A lady possessing a matured spirit selects none of these characteristics. Rather, such attributes select her. Existence unfolds through them, since alternative modes prove impossible. Akin to streams tracing routes shaped via primordial flows. The insights forthcoming could reflect elements long sensed yet unlabeled until now. These 12 markers signify neither successes for attainment nor objectives worth chasing. Instead, they uncover aspects existing below outward layers of identity. Identifying such features generates none anew, merely illuminates long-standing realities hidden until this point. Such awakening alters perspectives entirely regarding personal comprehension, plus positioning amid environments frequently built suiting alternate personality types. The initial marker surfaces via a craving untouched by worldly luxuries. As peers discover fulfillment through gathering items plus accomplishments, the matured spirit female arises, daily harboring an inquiry smoldering softly near her heart. What purpose underlies everything? This probe lacks mere intellectual amusement or casual wondering. It equals essential requirements, matching air intake or hydration needs. Dismissal proves futile despite attempts otherwise. Her quest towards significance frequently guides her beyond standard routes. Whereas companions adhere to expected trails, attraction pulls her toward philosophical inquiries, profound mental studies, mystical customs addressing spirit progression over self-centered gratifications. Jung's texts draw her not due to scholarly pursuits, but because they map internal territories she has traversed without guidance previously. Self-identification occurs amid his explanations concerning personal development, the ongoing quest toward the authentic self, minus societal imprints or anticipated roles. Such exploration transports her into zones incomprehensible for many. Have you ever experienced longing for locations you have never visited physically? The second marker displays via mysterious bonds towards specific regions, societies, or eras past. The matured spirit lady might face scenery triggering acknowledgement intense enough for emotional overflow, lacking reminiscence tied to prior trips, instead evoking bodily recollections, surpassing current lifespan boundaries. Positioned near historic remnants or traversing distinct terrains, an internal voice murmurs familiarity acknowledgement. She may feel an unexplained draw toward ancient European rituals, emotional stirrings from Eastern customs, or profound familiarity amid native knowledge systems. These represent far deeper than passing hobbies or style choices. The sensations mimic recollection rather than acquisition. Upon facing such echoes, internal aspects unwind, resembling portions previously tense now releasing fully. We are not speaking of literal prior existence recalls, despite curiosities, but of symbolic alignments instead. The spirit identifies formations observed across broad human recollections collectively. The third marker unfolds via interactions with distress. Kindness flows unforced, without ethical training efforts. It springs forth automatically, resembling fountains unable to cease output. The matured spirit female views interconnectedness among entities not as an abstract belief, but as a tangible truth. Observing another's anguish, separation feels absent. Acknowledgement ties to shared mortal conditions universally. Divisions separating individual from peers appear flexible, offering blessings alongside challenges. Assistance impulses surface absent desires for acclaim or thanks. Provision occurs because it embodies the innate response to realizing there are no true divides separating personal from communal. Anguish in one echoes partially within her, avoiding unhealthy dependencies or limitless merges, stemming instead from authentic linkage awareness. Such sensitivity proves draining, for global burdens register sharper compared to averages. Turning from misery or labeling it as distant issues proves difficult. Awareness of group sorrows persists, contrasting peers, avoidance via diversions or refusals. Yet despite this heightened responsiveness, the fourth marker arises via steadfast internal serenity. Outer emergencies fail, disrupting foundational balance. Mysterious internal insights reveal the fleeting qualities inherent in mortal conflicts. Amid companions' frenzy during upheavals, a natural steadiness position emerges. Indifference plays no role. Instead, recognition affirms that tempests always reach eventual conclusions. Jung termed this the bridging capability, maintaining balance amid contrasts without favoring singular sides. During group hopelessness phases, instinctive turns toward her occur, detecting her anchored nature without verbal explanations. Her aura conveys the feasibility of maintaining equilibrium amid global shifts. Avoiding sermons or hollow comforts, her existence itself reminds us that indestructible elements persist beyond situations, a central vitality enduring betrayals plus defeats. This attribute positions her as an innate advisor, the companion contacted during emergencies, the co-worker maintaining composure amid reactive surroundings. Internal firmness permits the fifth marker's clear emergence. She is constantly preceding contemporaries, detecting trends plus societal evolutions prior to general visibility. Jung's framework attributes this to amplified attunement toward symbolic stirrings within the group subconscious preceding solidifications into cultural waves or broad recognitions. He posited major societal transformations initially surface as group subconscious adjustments, extending into visions, creations plus perceptive hunches prior to evident manifestations. However, such ability frequently separates. Voicing perceived alterations risks labels like unrealistic, peculiar, or exaggerated. Readiness lacks for matching her visions. Decades onward, observations turning commonplace escape recollections of her initial expressions. Pioneering involves the isolation of vision. Explanations are minimized, for prepared minds grasp, resistant ones oppose. No matter how clear the articulation, progression beyond the group implies solitary travels often. This essential separation from group mindsets organically directs toward the sixth marker, defining the matured spirit female. Solitude tolerance extends into a vital sustenance requirement. Alone periods signify neither interpersonal defeats nor duty evasions. They form holy areas for self-return, permitting internal murmurs to be heard without incessant outer pressures plus anticipations overwhelming. She frequently senses herself as an outsider within current epochs, resembling an arrival from alternate times navigating unfamiliar practices, clashing with her natural inclinations. Contemporary pace, shallow engagements mostly, disturbances plus interruptions thriving for others. These deplete her energy rather than invigorate. Solitary instances turn into integrative chances, handling excessive inputs from rapidly moving, undervaluing worlds. Quietness reconnects her to knowledge origins, the internal serene tone conveying accuracy amid outer chaos plus disarray. Concerns from peers regarding isolation miss the distinction separating loneliness from valued seclusion. Within aloneness, flight from connection is absent. Instead, the deepest bonds restore, linking her to her personal essence. Reading, contemplating, inventing, mere existence without performances or justifications. Renewal follows such intervals. World re-engagement becomes possible because she has contacted the internal stability that recalls her identity below duties plus positions. Productive aloneness capacity ranks among her strongest assets despite rare worldly acknowledgements. The seventh marker displays via her connections toward belongings plus success symbols externally. Meaning attachment toward hoarding proves impossible. Items register as burdensome, transient, lacking genuine worth ultimately. Jung instructed that seasoned spirits acknowledge the uselessness of collecting items untransportable past current existences. Illusions are released concerning buyable joy or status, deliver true satisfaction. This awareness arrived without judgmental materialism dismissals, emerging naturally from personal histories, discovering that pursuits left internal states unchanged. Poverty or beauty rejections are absent. Simplicity harbors abundance, spotting cores below surfaces. Dusk views stir deeper than costly buys. Sincere dialogues nourish far more than elite gatherings. The truth internalized affirms that solely internal expansion plus real encounters form enduring riches. The remainders are merely loaned backdrops within concluding performances, items utilized briefly before returns at finals. The eighth marker evidences via innate bonds toward youth plus seniors. Jung noted advanced spirits spot youthful archetypes symbolizing perpetual innocence, embodying pristine links without filters toward symbolic domains. Their gaze reveals recalled elements, purity unclouded via cultural shapings. Youthful responses differ compared to standard grown-ups. They sense true visibility without shaping projects, viewing them as whole essences within compact forms. Communications respect youthful inputs, grasping that chronological spans fail defining essence profundities. She is attentive to their insights, inquiries, fanciful world builds, spotting forgotten adult wisdoms therein. Youth frequently disclose hidden elements, detecting security nearby. She creates spaces for authentic selves, possibly the supreme offering between essences. Bonds spanning life extremes uncover deep realities. True maturity is gauged via essence depths over calendars. Relations toward youth plus elders stem from proximity toward the boundaries. Truths midlife overlooks amid constructive maintenances. Youth have recently emerged from enigmas. Seniors prepare re-entries. Her mid-position orients toward enigmas over ordinary, explaining affinities spanning ages. The ninth marker surfaces via inherent transcendent yearning stemming centrally. Transcendent pursuits arise without emergencies or despairs, avoiding mortality fears or consolation needs. It is a natural essence requirement matching flora seeking illumination. Jung attributed matured spirits' advanced perceptions to spontaneously detecting reality's fine aspects unseen ordinarily. Transcendent domains offer no retreats, instead acknowledging basic truths, the unseen structures supporting visible realms. Strict beliefs plus inflexible teachings constrain broadened views. Traditions are respected, yet she cannot confine herself to single truth interpretations. Multiple routes are studied, wisdoms uncovered unexpectedly. Mystical Christian elements, Buddhist contemplations, native life views, psychological paths Jungian style. Diverse integrations form her personal comprehensions. Ultimate realities exceed verbal containments or regulations. They must be experienced directly, lived personally, discovered through internal journeys. Transcendent alignments influence worldly navigations. Pursuits favor significances over enjoyments, expansions over easiness, accuracies over diversions. Grimness or cheerlessness is absent. Profound delights frequent simple instances via spotting radiant essences below routines. Shared foods turn into unions. Challenging talks offer linkage deepenings. Defeats initiate genuine existences. All turns transcendent exercise when approached with awareness. The 10th marker proves observable externally, surfacing via irreplaceable hidden qualities. Her gaze holds unfakeable elements. Profundity within looks narrates extended internal travels, griefs transformed into insights, deceptions released, plus realities accepted. Jung stated glances mirror current spans plus essence wisdoms. Profound consciousness centers linking eternals beyond self. Focused worries plus goals. When you encounter her gaze, you sense complete visibility, exceeding presented images, reaching underlying truths. Comforting deeply or disturbing intensely based on personal depth harmonies. Her look avoids judgments yet detects. Witnessing qualities render simultaneous exposures plus acceptances. Shadows plus illuminations viewed, injuries plus potentials, she turns from neither. Matured essence meetings frequently involve quiet acknowledgements via glances solely. No verbal is needed. Instant profound confirmations. Knowings shared. Isolations ease momentarily. Her gaze also discloses integrations. Jung detailed shadows extensively, rejected repressed self-portions. The matured spirit female has completed challenging shadow confrontations, darkness capacities acknowledged, findings integrated over external projections. Integration displays paradoxically softness from hardness knowings, kindness from cruelty acknowledgements. Complete self meetings transform the look. The 11th marker displays via strong perceptions beyond logical breakdowns, not guessings or hopeful thoughts. Perceptions linked directly toward group subconscious. Wisdom accesses skipping sequential thinkings. Jung clarified perceptions equal psyche voices via current attentivenesses, drawing knowledges exceeding individual histories. Among his typology functions, this one perceives unseen possibilities plus formations beyond sensations or thoughts. Trust is developed for internal directions even when contradicting logics or popular views. Intuitive accuracies surprise frequently. Lying detections without proofs, statements seeming correct yet internals flag falsities. Outcome predictions before unfoldings. Bodily sensations directing movements without explanations until later revelations affirm choices. These abilities isolate in cultures valuing evidence and dismissing fine knowings. Yet hard lessons affirm, ignoring perceptions yields regrets. Overrides for pleasing or conforming always cost. Honor is developed for the gift even when seeming strange or unrealistic. Perceptions guide transcendent plus mental growths, timing sensed for departures, completions, withdrawals, emergencies. The guidance compass orients growth stages constantly. External guides become unnecessary. Wisdom flows directly. The 12th and final marker surfaces via superior mortal nature comprehensions. The matured spirit female penetrates societal facades effortlessly. Hidden drives detected, subconscious formations, shadow elements concealed diligently. Jung instructed that shadow integrators naturally spot self-games others play. Own darkness is faced, deception capacities, defended zones. Patterns read like memorized charts, charms or displays fool none. Energies plus purposes read exceeding statements plus behaviors. Beautiful speeches sensed empty behind the eloquence. Awkward expressions reveal true cause below clumsinesses. This perceptiveness shields manipulations plus false bonds. Realities are viewed, yet clarities generate specific isolations. Pretense penetrations render true links scarce and valuable. Casual chats drain via detecting true emotions, needs below cortices, aches hidden, desires denied. Surrounded yet profoundly solitary, arrogance is absent, compassion increases. Understandings affirm unconscious drives via unaddressed injuries and fears. The child spotted within every grown-up, pain below protections, yearning below facades. Understandings halt judgments while creating distance. Unseeing is impossible. Innocence of surface acceptance cannot be retrieved. These are the costs and privileges of penetrating views. The 12 markers emerge without collections or attainments, natural bloomings from rooted structures deeply. The matured spirit female proves no maturities to anyone, especially not to herself. Realities lived simply, often unaware how different her internal world is from surroundings. Lifetimes as perpetual outsiders, questioning why normalcy feels impossible, why satisfactions mismatch, why wiring differs. Jung reminds that self-recognition as a matured essence is not pride, but an invitation to duty, honoring unique development paths, the ongoing full self-becoming. Accept both gifts and burdens deeper views bring. You cannot unknow, cannot unsee, cannot return to unconsciousness once awareness dawns. The task is living truth integrally despite worldly misunderstandings. The true mark of an evolved essence is humility before existence's infinite enigmas. No matter how much is understood, infinite layers remain concealed. Answers open deeper inquiries. Insights reveal vast unknowns. She walks her path with dignified, serene grace, seeking no applause, simply true to the internal timeless insights. Worth is intrinsic, woven into being's fabric. If these resonances touch something deep, you may have always known and are now simply naming it. This recognition is no journey's end, but a fresh beginning, an invitation to live consciously from your truth. You are not alone, though it often feels so. Others walk this path, sharing the particular blend of gifts and loneliness. Subscribe to continue exploring soul depths through Carl Jung's wisdom and the mysteries of the feminine mind. Share in the comments which of the 12 signs spoke most directly to your experience. Do you recognize yourself here? Have you struggled understanding why you feel so different? Your story matters. Your timeless awareness has purpose. And others need to know they are not alone in carrying this consciousness. Let us walk this path together, honoring the matured essences, holding the wisdom our world desperately needs. Embrace the timeless essence within your core. True maturity blooms from deep, rooted insights. If you enjoyed this exploration of inner wisdom, please like the video and subscribe to Wake and Win for more profound insights.